If you have a disc herniation and your back feels worse during a core workout, it's because the exercise you are doing is putting more pressure on the disc. And these are extremely common mistakes you might not even be aware you're making. My name is Dr. Grant Elliott, and we've helped thousands with low back pain, disc herniation, and sciatica fully recover through our one-on-one online coaching program. And in this episode, I'm going to teach you why certain core exercises flare up your disc and the 3 core exercises that are disc safe that you should be doing today. So first, why do common core exercises flare up disc issues? You read all over the internet that core exercises are the best thing you can do for your back and for your disc to get strong, right? But here's the main problem with that, is that most core exercises are flexion-based, meaning bending your back, like sit-ups, Russian twists, toes to bar. They all involve rounding of the back. And for most people with disc herniations, 3 really common symptoms they have are the longer they sit, the worse their back feels. Bending forward to put on socks or shoes or touch their toes can feel very painful or even cause sciatica down the leg. And if you've been sitting for a long period and you go to stand up, it's really hard and tight to stand up straight. If you feel these symptoms, you're probably dealing with a disc issue, but don't freak out. We fix these all the time. But what this tells us is that you have a flexion intolerant disc, meaning it does not tolerate flexion. It doesn't like it. So all these different core exercises that involve bending of the back are likely going to just flare up your disc even more. And that's because for these types of disc issues, flexion or rounding puts more pressure on the disc, which increases the pressure on the herniation, which can hit sensitive tissues or hit a nerve and cause pain to increase. So the 3 core exercises I'm going to give you do not increase disc pressure and are safe for most disc herniations. And in our online low back program, we have about 200 consultations a week with individuals just like you who are dealing with these same things. So we know exactly what to do for it. And so most likely these will be very helpful for you. So for the first core exercise, we're going to start with our Deadbug movement. You're going to lay on the floor on your back, raise your arms up, put your fist towards the sky, pick your legs up with your knees bent at about a 45-degree angle, push the low back flat into the floor and keep it flat into the floor the whole time. And now alternate the opposite arm and opposite leg down to the floor, keeping the arm straight and keeping the knee bent, just rotating and tapping the heel. Perform this repetitively, alternating each side while making sure you keep the low back flat into the floor. This might look like an easy movement, but it isn't when done correctly. And I still do this exercise every single day before every workout that I do because it's extremely helpful at building up our fundamental core stability, helping us to create pressure in our abdomen in 360 degrees, and is a great initial building block for overall core stability. Hey, real quick, I know you're struggling with pain and obviously want to fix it. So if you just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509, I will send you my free back pain fix demo. Just text that number and you can fix your pain. Thank me later. Back to the show. Our second disc-friendly exercise is the bear exercise. You're going to be on the floor on all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You're going to raise your knees a couple inches off the ground and hold this position for a short period of time, lower the knees back down, and perform repetitively once again. And yes, this looks easy, but it's not when you hold for a significant duration of time. This will challenge your core and challenge your overall trunk as well, since you are engaging your shoulders, your scapula, and your quads and legs are involved too. Now, if you practice this and get stronger at it, or it's a little bit easy, we can progress this into our single leg bear, where you lift the knees up, hold, and now you kick one leg out at a time, holding for a couple seconds, then switching legs. This is a great way to add an anti-rotation component to this exercise, which makes it more challenging, and also strengthening the glute as well. This variation was very helpful for one of our online clients, Mike, who was dealing with a disc herniation for 3 years and was also flaring up doing the wrong movements. After we did exercises to actually reduce the herniation itself, then strengthen around the disc, we included this exercise into the mix. Not only was he pain-free, but he was stronger than he was before the herniation. So I'm telling you, these exercises can be powerful when you have the right plan. And the third exercise is our back extension movement. You can do this at home, either on a couch or laying on a table. You're just gonna lay your upper body on the surface, grab the side of the object firmly, and then just simply kick both legs straight out. This is going to activate your glutes. It's going to activate your lumbar erectors, which are those big muscles that surround your spine to help strengthen your spinal extensors. Once again, a very disc-friendly exercise that most people will be able to tolerate, but also get stronger with. Now, this is important to understand. The reason these exercises were chosen is because all of them are done with a neutral spine. The other exercises we talked about all have rounding and bending involved, but these are neutral. And a huge mistake you don't want to be making with your disc herniation or other low back issues is doing the wrong movements for your condition, because you may be preventing yourself from healing or making it worse. And after you've properly identified the issue and then properly identified the right movements for that issue, then healing comes extremely quickly. Like our client Steve, who was pain-free 8 days into our program after he was diagnosed with 2 herniations, in pain for 7 months, and told he needed surgery. So I want to help you expedite this process because I know how frustrating it can be living in pain and guessing through YouTube on which movements are right for you. So if you want to dive deeper with me and actually get a structured plan to healing, just text me the word pain to 317-751-9509 to get a tailored step-by-step plan to permanently fix your back or sciatica issues following our centralization process. Do it right now so you don't miss the opportunity to finally get rid of this pain and live the life that you deserve. And after you text me, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram for more content to interact with me at RehabFix. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and I'll see some of you in the program pain-free real soon.